We're out at Moon Boot today. For those of you who don't remember, Moon Boot is the big, huge jump line that I won the GoPro Best Line contest on in 2020. And I haven't been going out here a lot lately because I've been so busy in my other zone, but I've also hated this jump for so long. It's just been so weird, way too steep and poppy, propped up too heavy, and it's always had a weird kick to it that has thrown me off. And I've even had a few sketchy bails on it. So what we did earlier was we pulled back the takeoff, we dipped down the nose so it's not propped up so high, and we made the top of the takeoff way more mellow. So it's a lot more chill now. The only problem is it was a bit of an overshoot before. Like I was grabbing brake on the lily pad right before it. So what we did to kind of compensate for that was slide back the gap. The gap is now a few feet longer, but that means the setup is even tighter. Let's take a look at this. This is gnarly. There's really only like a bike length of flat transition between the base of the lily pad landing and the takeoff here. So it ends like right here, and then immediately the lip starts right here. So that might not even be the wheelbase of my bike. And that's kind of what I'm worried about, is the compression that I'll have as I'm coming off this takeoff. But it did have a little bit of compression before, and it was a lot steeper. And there was like dirt built right up to the lip, whereas right now it's shaved down underground a little more. I think it'll flow a lot better. One other thing I want to do today before I hit this is take this stump here and cut it back. So I got my little electric pull saw, so I'm not going to damage my chainsaw, and I'm going to slice this back. Right now this is pretty gnarly. It is almost like a pedal strike because you're going to be coming off like really close to it. So we'll open this up and then we'll test it out. There's only one way to find out if this works or not. I'm a little nervous, but I think it'll be okay. First thing we gotta do is clear some branches on the trail so we can get some new angles that we haven't shot before. Jared's been trying to get this little dangler right here for the last little while. And you can see the bridge is covered in debris, thanks to him doing that. But let's just find a big stick and try to take it out.
We got it.
Yeah, we need something like 30 feet long at least. It's not gonna reach.
What if we launch it up at the same time?
Okay.
Go. Go.
Oh, watch out! Almost.
My camera work there was not good because I was worried about your lives.
That was really scary. The branch is still there, and we have a million splinters in our hands now.
Yeah, kind of sucks. We need a rope. Didn't want to use my good chainsaw for this since it's so dirty and there's little pebbles everywhere. I got the little Canadian Tire Special electric saw. I don't know if it's got the guts for this though. We'll see. I'm doing this in the meantime while Jared is getting an extension cord. That's our next move on the branch up there, is to yank it down with an extension cord. And while he's working on that, I'm gonna try to get this out. Yeah.
Mark.
Terribly. Just terribly. Oh, I should have brought the right tools. Sucks.
We're gonna see who comments on Jared's underwear.
This is not how you use a chainsaw.
I think this is a come back with the proper tools situation. It's not going after a lot of effort. So we're gonna keep things sketchy and just ride it as is. Back to the branch.
And I caught a big one. Say that's about a 42 incher. Yeah, put up a big fight. All right, gotta unhook it, and then I'll release it back into the wild here. Nice gentle release.
All the dead little branches are out of the way now. We got a nice, beautiful open corridor for shots. And I'm gonna go do a warm-up lap. This is my first run through this line in a very long time, so I'm a bit nervous. It's always really intense hitting these jumps. They're just so big and close together, and you've gotta be on it. All right, let's get up there. Whew. Time to take some run-ins into the big last one. So I'm just gonna start from this landing now, not do the whole line, so I can session the run-in a bit. It's so close now. It might be better though. I don't know. Let's look at this. The transition ends at my back wheel and then the next one starts at my front wheel. So it's literally like a bike length between hits. That's commitment. It's kind of slow and soggy right now too, but I'm gonna see, like, I'm just gonna feel out the takeoff from this landing. My one concern is how close the stump on the rider's right is there. So let's take a look at this. And
That doesn't look too bad.
feels like it's out of the way. It's a smooth curve. It's just, it's a constant. There's no flat area. Like you're riding a giant U.
I mean, when don't you build things that require instantaneous reaction
Yeah, exactly
afterwards?
right.
It's this Sharknado all over
I
again.
had to make this even tighter than it was already. This lip is feeling a lot less sketchy, at least. It's nuts because you're like a really tight curve, high speed, and then this gap is probably like 30 feet long now, at least. I'd say it's large. All right, feel it out again. See what happens. Might go for it. Man, it's just a constant curve now. It's like goes down and then you start going up.
Like there's no flat.
It doesn't feel like there's a bad compression though. It's like a nicer curve than it used to be.
Oh, that's good.
But there's no flat. It's like when you're going, like there'll be no time to think about stopping.
Yeah.
You're just like in it. You're like, you have to decide. You have to decide like right here if you're doing it or not.
Wow.
Testing new big stuff is always scary. Oh man, feeling the nerves today. All right. Oh. Yo. More compression but mellower lip. It's so hard to find that fine balance on this jump. Before it was way too heavy of a kick, but you had a little more setup time. Now that lip is super nice, but you literally have no room to set up for anything, so you just have to be like ready for it. I think it's gonna take a bit of like practicing and playing around to feel really comfortable tricking it. But the only other option to change that is keep that lip how it is and then push this landing out and like, or just like move the entire jump outwards. But that's not really possible. So I'm just gonna have to live with what I got here. It's pretty much mint now. I don't think anything else will make it better. Just have to be dialed on your bike, I guess, and be set up on the lily pad for the jump if you're gonna throw any tricks on it. Go. Oh yeah. Everything's so tight now, but it feels mellow. I'm really curious to see how that clip compares to how the jump was before. Maybe we should take a look at that. Happened so quick, it's hard to set up on that lip. Successful session, stoked the jump's working now. It is still as intense as ever. Just a smidge less sketchy, so that's what's the most important. I don't think I'll ever get to the point where that final gap is not a tight, quick setup. It's just not possible without that landing moving, and that landing's not going anywhere. All right, so we're gonna finish off the session with a quick lap of this downhill trail here, and Scott, I'll race you to the bottom and get a ride back up.
Sounds good.
Okay, let's see how quick I can do this. Little step down. Oh, just made it. Okay. Hopefully no trees are down up here. Little drop. Let's do this. Jump out. Pop out. Oh, spoke too soon. There's a tree. Okay. Nice and high though. Oh, bar clip there. This section is a bit pedally. Then it dips into a nice steep section. And I'm locked out. Oh no, I'm not. Sweet. Okay. Here we go. Whoa! Intense gap. Whew. Little pedally bit. All right. I'll drop here, gonna brake check for it. Oh, not too much brake. Oh yeah. And the sketchiest part, getting out of here. This bridge. Yeah. That's always fun. Looks like I beat everybody down. That's awesome. Super quick lap. It's so fun. Oh, there they are. And that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in another one real soon. See you later.